Welcome back, fam. Today, we're diving into a crisis that's shaking America to its core. A traitor and treason problem that's worse than you think. Soldiers selling secrets to our enemies.
Back to live now from Fox, and good morning to you if you're just now tuning in. On this Friday, we are following breaking news, learning 2 U.S. soldiers and 1 former soldier are charged with selling U.S. Army secrets to China. Fox's David Detling has the latest information.
2 active duty U.S. soldiers stationed at Joint Base Lewis McChord no longer at their posts. They are behind bars accused of working with the Chinese government.
This is the result of a long-running investigation where the FBI and our partners were able to uncover a conspiracy to steal national defense information from military installations here in the Pacific Northwest.
The FBI naming those 2 JBLM soldiers as Jian Zhao and Li Tian. They, along with Royu Guen, a former U.S. soldier in Oregon, were arrested Thursday. All of them are accused of violating their duties to protect sensitive military information by selling it to China.
The information that is at risk here is information that identifies the United States military's capabilities, plans and intentions, and could really put us at a severe disadvantage if that were to fall in the wrong hands for an adversary.
According to this FBI press release, all 3 had access to highly sensitive information, which upon sale, they gained roughly $15,000, giving China access to classified hard drives, a stolen encryption-capable computer, along with other sensitive military information. The FBI stating this threat to national security ended following a 1.5 year long investigation.
Luckily, our investigators are pretty well-versed in these types of investigations, but it does pose a challenge.
And it's still unclear how much information was transmitted to China. FBI saying that during its investigation, it tried mitigating any losses. Meantime, charges against the 3 will now go to a special prosecutor. In Seattle, Dave Detling, Fox News.
Soldiers selling secrets to our enemies. ICE raids leaked by insiders. The FBI scrambling to catch up. This isn't a movie. This is real, and it's happening right now. March 8th, 2025, and the headlines are screaming betrayal. Stick with me for the next few minutes as we uncover the truth. Because you deserve to know what's at stake. Hit that like button, subscribe, and let's get started.
Soldiers are under arrest in Washington state, suspected of trying to sell sensitive government information to buyers in China. Charlie D'Agata has the latest on that.
This image is alleged to show active duty Army Sergeant Jian Zhou taking photos of classified material. According to court documents, he told one of his co-conspirators, very sensitive document, super difficult to get. Stationed at Joint Base Lewis McChord in Washington state, Zhou stands accused of selling the materials to agents operating in China, including 20 hard drives, for which he was allegedly offered at least $10,000. Another active duty soldier and 1 former soldier were also charged. The classified material is said to include intelligence on high-mobility artillery rocket systems, or HIMARS, Bradley and Stryker fighting vehicles, and America's overall military readiness in the event of a conflict with China. It's a case that reflects a growing threat revealed in a CBS News investigation, China's online recruitment of American active duty service members as spies. Jim Axelrod spoke to Kevin Vorngren, the head of the FBI's counterintelligence division.
Are they operating at another level from either, compare them to Russia or Iran? Is China that much more of a threat in this particular area?
Based on scale, yes, because the scale of their intelligence services is so significant that it outnumbers other adversaries on the board.
In a statement, Attorney General Pamela Bondi said the defendants will face swift, severe, and comprehensive justice. Federal law enforcement have told us in the last 2 years they've identified around a dozen cases of China recruiting members of the U.S. military to spy.
Charlie D'Agata at the Pentagon tonight. Thank you.
Jian Zhao, Li Tian, and Ruju Duan. These weren't just random grunts. They were stationed at Joint Base Lewis McChord, trusted with sensitive military secrets. And what did they do? They sold them to China. Classified manuals on weapons like the Bradley and Stryker vehicles, hard drives marked secret and top secret, all handed over to our biggest rival for quote hard cash. Think about that. These soldiers swore an oath to protect us, and instead they stabbed us in the back. Attorney General Pam Bondi didn't mince words. They betrayed our country, weakened our defenses, and empowered our adversaries. FBI Director Kash Patel says this is just the tip of the iceberg. How many more are out there plotting in the shadows? This isn't the first time either. Remember Jack Tuxero, the Air National Guardsman caught leaking classified docs in 2023, or Chelsea Manning's WikiLeaks disaster. We've got a pattern here, folks. A traitor pipeline running through our military camp, and it's getting worse.
Listen, man, I'm really on orders. Okay. And you probably don't believe me, and you probably don't even care, and it's okay. But people are getting hurt, and this ties into a whole bunch of stuff. They've been selling our weapons and our fucking military equipment over in Mexico to the cartels. And I've been able to prove that, and that's why I'm supposed to go back to the Master Chief Petty Officer of the Navy, because there's boats, if you ride around in Chula Vista, and go right over there by fucking, what is that called? The industrial plaza, by the Food for Less, and you'll see there's Navy boats that came from the SEAL boat installation that they took out, and they're taking them apart, and they're taking them across the border. All of this stuff is going across the border, and I'm not lying to you, man.
Well, Marine, I wish you all the luck. Semper Fi. I'm a former Marine myself.
We're gonna need a lot more than luck. If those cartel members use that stuff against us, and they are going to use that stuff against us, we're gonna need a lot more than luck.
Okay. Thank you so much.
Godspeed.
But it's not just the military. Our borders are under attack from within. Also, agents tasked with deporting illegal immigrants and keeping us safe just got hit with a massive leak a few weeks back. Details of a major operation in Los Angeles, where and when they'd strike, spilled out to the press. And guess who's getting the blame? The FBI. Border czar Tom Homan went on Sean Hannity and dropped a bombshell.
A very disturbing trend is taking hold as President Trump is implementing his mass deportation policy. Looks like every time ICE is preparing to launch a large-scale enforcement operation in a liberal city, information about that raid is leaked. And now the administration is taking major steps to make sure that stops happening. Attorney General Pam Bondi warning yesterday right here on Fox News, quote, "If you leaked it, we will find out who you are. We will come after you." This after Homeland Security Secretary Kristi Noem said that she thought that FBI employees were the ones responsible for these leaks. Also tonight, our own Bill Maloogian reporting that Secretary Noem is asking the Treasury Department to allow IRS agents to be sent to the southern border to help enforce immigration law. Here with more is Trump administration border czar Tom Homan. Tom, where are these leaks coming from?
Well, look, we think it's coming from inside, and we know the first leak of Aurora is under current investigation. We think we identified that person under investigation right now. The California leak, Secretary Noem, she's correct. Some of the information we're receiving tends to lead toward the FBI. But I talked to the Deputy Attorney General all this weekend. They've opened up a criminal investigation. And they have promised that not only this person lose their job and lose their pension, they're going to go to jail. They're going to criminally prosecute.
3 weeks later. Everyone, I wanted to give you a quick update. We have identified 2 leakers of information here at the Department of Homeland Security who have been telling individuals about our operations and putting law enforcement lives in jeopardy. We plan to prosecute these 2 individuals and hold them accountable for what they've done. And we're going to continue to do all that we can to keep America safe.
And a DHS spokesperson also sent us the following statement on record, which says, quote, "We are preparing to refer these perpetrators to the DOJ for felony prosecutions. These individuals face up to 10 years in federal prison. We will find and root out all leakers. They will face prison time, and we will get justice for the American people." Now, to that point, we do want to point out that this is just a referral. It is ultimately going to be up to the Department of Justice on whether or not they want to move forward with prosecutions of these alleged leakers. You have to keep in mind these individuals, whoever they are, will also have due process, and they would have to be either found guilty or put in a guilty plea if we want to talk about any sort of prison time. But guys,
this leak put lives at risk, and the bad guys know we're coming. Officers get ambushed. Think about that. ICE agents out there rounding up violent criminals, now walking into traps because someone couldn't keep their mouth shut. Homeland says a similar leak in Denver slashed arrest numbers. Homeland Security Secretary Kristen viewed the FBI corrupt over this. And here's the kicker. Immigration advocates are cheering it on, setting up hotlines to warn illegals about ICE moves. Are we fighting ourselves now? So, what's the common thread here? One word: betrayal. From soldiers selling out to China to insiders tanking ICE raids, America's got a traitor problem, and it's not random. China's been targeting our military for years, dangling cash to flip our own people. The FBI's warned about this activity. Troops and clearance holders are prime targets online. And these ICE leaks, they're not accidents. Someone's playing a game, and we're the pawns. Look at the stats. In 2023, 2 Navy sailors got nabbed for leaking to China. Last year, an Army sergeant sold weapons intel for $42,000. Now, this. It's not a slow bleed, folks. Our secrets, our safety, are being rapidly given away. And the scariest part, we don't even know how many are still out there undetected. This isn't about politics, it's about survival as a country. Our enemies don't sleep. They're counting on us to turn on each other. And right now, they're winning. Here's the bottom line, people. America's under siege, not just from outside, but from within. These traitors aren't just headlines, they're a blaring 5-alarm fire. We've got to wake up, demand accountability, and protect what's ours. The FBI is fighting back. Kash Patel's team is hunting these snakes down, but they can't do it alone. We need you to stay vigilant, spread the word, and hold the line. If this shook you up, smash that like button. It helps this truth reach more people. Drop a comment. What do you think's driving this treason wave, this crime, and it double? We're not done exposing what's really going on. Share this video with every American who needs to hear it. Together, we can fight back. Until next time, fam, this is WTF Daily signing off. Stay sharp, stay free, and God bless America.